Hey Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to Elements Awoken. So, I have some friends, quite a few friends, actually. They're a little bit spooky, some skulls, lots of skulls, and some ghouls running around me. And they are here for a reason. There's another one, they brought their friends. I wonder if I sit here long enough, there will just be so many of them that it reaches the spawn cap, which I think exists, that I have broken. Many times, I'm sure. But anyway, yes, I have some Oh yeah? I have some friends, and also weird noises like that happen pretty regularly. Also, lots of things pop up down here in the bottom left all the time. And that is all because of this new boss prompt that I have now called Psychosis. The force of the void drags you down, 10 decreased defense and 5% damage reduction. Causes hallucinations. Defeat the Void Leviathan to stop this effect. So the reason why we have this is because in the last video, we took down the Dawn of the Void, and the Shade Worm, which was sort of the mini-boss of that little first of two post-Moon Lord events. And it was sort of like, I guess, somewhat like a Blood Moon, like a hardcore Blood Moon, is the vibe I sort of got from it, because it didn't have a progress bar, it just lasted the whole night. And it really wasn't all that complicated. Well, the first phase was somewhat challenging, not really so much because I just ran away. I employed the age-old, tested, tried-and-true strategy of run away and don't die, and it worked out pretty good. Jake the Guide was slain. I can only wish. Anyway, took that down. It was pretty simple, especially in the second phase. Are you quite finished? Pretty simple in the second phase because I could just cheese with the UFO, which I'm assuming is something that'll probably get fixed in the next update, which is coming out eventually. That one's new. And then after that, we went back down to the Underworld and we took down Volcanox, the fiery version of Plantera. Which is a pretty interesting boss fight. Kind of intense, not incredibly hard. I think Mage is definitely a little bit overpowered because we sort of absolutely obliterated him. He killed us very quickly as well, but we did a pile of damage to him with this lovely Nightfall. And also, I just cannot quite focus with the non-stop sounds in the background, and also all of these enemies that just keep swarming me. I think it's time we clean house. That's much better. Anyway, with all that done, and this new effect that has shown up with the defeat of Volcanox, it is time to move on to what will most likely be a boss fighting episode, just like when I did Permafrost and Obsidious. Because that is the next thing on the menu. We have one delicious, juicy Void Leviathan, and then Azana, who I think I've seen before but don't know very much about. I don't know very much about the Void Leviathan either, but I do know that it is a worm boss. So I'm hoping that I am equipped enough to deal with it. I have this thing right here, the Tome of Infinity, which definitely penetrates, as well as the Nightfall, which I think explodes. And there is the Infinity Gauntlet, of course, which has a whole host of very unique, interesting abilities. Even if I don't use it, I'll probably still keep it so I can use the Frost Shield that it gives me. Pretty good. But I got myself a new armor set, which you can't see because I'm dressed up as Santa Claus again. It is called the Crows set, which I think I talked about a little bit in the last episode. It is made out of the Nebula set, some volcanic stone from Volcanox, as well as a bunch of pyroplasm. And what this does is doesn't provide as great of a damage increase as the Eowite or Iowite or however exactly that's supposed to be pronounced, but it does give me an interesting set bonus. When an enemy is hit, green lightning strikes down from above them. The lightning heals the player. Now, the healing really isn't all that spectacular. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does deal a good bit of damage, which is really helpful when I am trying to kill things, I think. I find that dealing damage to things is really useful whenever you're trying to kill something. But we have that. We've got some new Void stuff, which I used against Volcanox. Like I said, I think I should be okay to take down the Void Leviathan. I cannot wait to get rid of that. You guys were wrong. It was not Permafrost's debuff that was bad. This one is frustrating me on a physical level. It is getting on my nerves. So we're gonna murder that guy. We're gonna do it very quickly and very brutally and very painfully. Hopefully. But I've got all my potions. I've got absolutely every single one that I could get. I have a fire starter staff that I got from Volcanox, which I'm going to be using just because I like it. I think it looks cool. I like having a little tentacle sticking out of me. I don't really pay much attention to the damage, but whatever. Moving on from that. And I've got my Embryo of Existence, which summons the Guardian of the Void, which is what I used to summon the Void Leviathan in the first place. And this thing requires a lot of crafting materials. So I hope that it doesn't say, but I hope it is non-consumable. Because getting all all these neutron fragments and void essences and pyroplasm and luminite, all this stuff is kind of, sort of, somewhat annoying. What is being hit down here? Oh, don't you dare! That's what I thought. Jeez, that was close. You alright, Helen? You all good? Are you okay? Would you like a lollipop? Oh, yes. I would love a lollipop, Helen, thank you. She's good. So there's not much else to talk about. I've pretty much covered everything that I did off camera, got all my equipment and everything ready to go. My potions are all squared away. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to figure out where I'm going to fight him, because I think the only requirements for summoning him is to use it at nighttime, yes. I'm probably gonna fight him on the sky bridge up here, just so I have a lot of room to maneuver, a lot of maneuverability, a lot of space to run around and jump and dash. That's going to be the primary bit of usefulness, I think. Really? Twice in a row? You really need to do that? Okay. So before that drives me insane, let's call this guy forth and give it a try. Shouldn't be too bad. Even if we don't win, we can see what he looks like. So let's use the Embryo of Existence, throw on Santa's set, because Santa Claus is kicking some butt again. Give me a fresh night in case this takes a while, and hopefully things work out. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I present you the Void Leviathan. Okay, here we go. He's down below. Oh god, hello. Hi, how are you? Wow, you are a big boy. Oh. Well, alrighty then. I gotta say, I really was not expecting that. He, like, touched me and my health just disappeared. Well, we've learned something today. Not all worm bosses are wimps. Keep that in mind. Okay, well, at least the Embryo of Existence is non-consumable. So that's good. Thank God. Oh, Awaken mode. Awaken mode, Awaken mode. Okay, so whenever I summon him, just immediately run away. Gotcha. Okay, immediately run away. Here he comes. Ow. Ow. Oh, wow. Okay, then. So this is how it's gonna be, huh? We're just gonna keep slamming our head against this until it works out. I think that is the only way to deal with this. Hopefully I don't blow through all of my potions just trying to kill him once, because I don't think I have the resources to craft a whole pile of them again. Okay, one more try, third time's the charm. Maybe not. I have got to formulate a strategy to just get away from him. Well, that's not ominous at all. Thank you for letting me know. I already knew that, but whatever. Really appreciate it. Oh! I am having trouble. Okay, so I have very, very, very clearly been going about this the complete and total wrong way. So I've decided to make a couple of adjustments to my strategy here. I tried a couple of different accessories, I tried a couple of different weapons, and pretty much it all led completely to failure when I finally remembered the most critical thing about all worm bosses. Oh yeah, that's right, it's a worm boss. I just need to find a weapon that penetrates. And I did. I completely and totally forgot about Eowite's Wrath. And the one function, the beams function, does not penetrate, but the blasts function infinitely penetrates, I'm pretty sure, and also drops down those little extra bolts. So that, coupled with the meteoric pendant making it attack even faster, I swapped out for the celestial idol to give myself a little bit more defense while not losing any magic damage, really. And I threw on the Scourge Drive because I'm pretty much always going above 60 miles per hour with these boots on, and the extra speed here will definitely help me keep away from the Void Leviathan's head, which is pretty much the bane of my existence. I tried a couple of different attempts, and that was the only problem I had with the entire fight, was just his head. With these adjustments, as well as a new arena out of the space biome, so I don't get stuck up floating around in space while he charges at me and headbutts me incredibly aggressively, I think I might actually stand a decent chance against him now. I'm gonna give this a real try, and hopefully this goes well. So I'm gonna switch it to Nightfall here, and give it a good try. Okay, so I've got him down to his second phase. There's an Elder Shade Worm out there coming out to play, but he didn't last very long. I just gotta take down these Void Orbs and not die to something ridiculous, and I should not have any problems taking him down the rest of the way. Honestly, I think I might just wait until I've got my healing potion back up good. Dodge these attacks a little while longer. Okay, so we got a good bit of health. Let's take down the orb, and hopefully I can blast through him. I will run away as quickly as possible. Hopefully I can kill him. That'd be swell if that let me do that. And there he goes. The Void Leviathan has been defeated. Infection overcomes the world. The world has been cursed with voidite. You seek power, but you haven't asked why. You are almost there. I really am, aren't I? Because I've only got the 2 bosses left. Ow. That kind of hurt a little bit. Have I ever asked why? No, I don't think I have. Probably because kill stuff with flashy things makes me smile. I feel like that's pretty much, the long and short of it. Well, that was exciting. Did I get the treasure bag? Where did the treasure bag fall? I was kind of not really so much... There it is, I got him. Okay, let's go somewhere safe. Ah, God, dangerous enemies around every corner. Chaos Wraith. What is that? Chaotic Flare? Okay, we're getting a bunch of new stuff. Let's make it daytime. So now that we're done with all that business, let's take a little peek inside the treasure bag and see what it gave me. A dev set. That's nice. So, we got the expert drop, the Amulet of Despair. Extinction lasers rain down from the sky. Greatly increased life regen while under 20% life. Immunity to Extinction Curse and Hands of Despair. You charge up Void Energy over time when the ability key is pressed. 80% reduced movement speed and 20% increased damage. Projectiles get shot in every direction. Sounds pretty exciting. We have the Void Leviathan's Aegis. Life increased by 50. When under half health, defense is increased by 5%. Allows the player to perform a secondary dash using the Dash Unbound key. For 15 seconds after taking 500 total damage. 40% increased movement speed and 20% increased damage. Okay, and that's kind of interesting. I guess it didn't give me a weapon. It's kind of unfortunate. We got some Void Leviathan hearts. We'll take a look at that after we look at the Awaken mode drop. We actually got one this time. So we've got the Abyssal Matter. Creates abyss portals around the player. If the player is hit for above 40% life, they enter Abyssal Rage, granting 30% increased damage and 50% increased movement speed. Fancy. What does that look like on? Oh, there's something up there. Portals? Holes? Whatever it is. Abyss portals? Do they deal damage to things? Do they home in on things? What do they do, exactly? Nothing is really happening. I assume they probably just deal damage to things when they touch them. Whatever, that's cool. What about this Amulet of Despair? Ooh. So I got projectiles falling from the sky. That must be the extinction lasers. When the ability key is pressed. Oh. Well, would you look at that? So I can become one with the void on command, pretty much. Interesting. That's kind of cool. So I guess I got this Aegis in place of an actual weapon, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's open for that mage weapon. Alright, now we can take a look at some of this new stuff. We have a Void Leviathan heart, which creates Void Ashes, which I know I need for a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm probably gonna have to fight this guy quite a few times. So I'm gonna get some better armor before I try doing that, but there's that. And what about this Chaotic Flare we got from those new enemies? Even holding this sends pain through your body. Okay, sounds like my kind of thing. And it makes Chaotron alloys, but I need a Chaotron crucible for that. A Resurrection Sigil to summon the Ancients, that's the end boss. Infected Microchip to summon Azana, who's the next on the list. Got a ranged weapon, Swirl. Chaotron Crucible, Chaotic Energy Capacitor, Matter Manipulator, always gotta have one of those, and the Dying Azure. It doesn't really look like it's any good for me, though I do need a Chaotron Crucible. Chaotron Alloy is the stuff that comes next, because it looks like there's some things that I need it and the Void Ashes for. Like this Void Fruit, that I still don't exactly know where I would get another Demon Heart from, but maybe there's another way, I don't know. Doesn't look like anything extraordinarily useful to me, unless I'm missing something. Alright, well, that is very interesting. Well, at least that is done and over with, my god. That was, quite a fight. If that sets the stage for how the next couple of boss fights are gonna go, I gotta say I'm a little worried, especially about Azana. I am not looking forward to that. Not one bit. Now, I don't imagine there is a whole lot of things that I'd actually be able to make right this second, but I guess it could not hurt to take a look through. Let's convert these to Void Ashes. There's the Insignia of Emptiness to summon the Dawn of the Void 2 on use. Does that summon, like, a second stage of the Dawn of the Void, or does that just immediately bring it to the second half of the night? That could be potentially useful. I don't know, I did do the event quite a few times, so I imagine I probably don't need anything from it at this point. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know, maybe something different happens now that the Void Leviathan is gone. I don't see any new accessories yet. I can't upgrade any of this stuff yet, can I? I need Voidite bars. It looks like I do need that stuff for pretty much all the next set of wonderful, amazing things. I have a whole bunch of Essence of the Elements, though. I did make in preparation for that. See, I've got a pile of pretty much every essence I need, so I really don't think I'm going to need to do any of that farming. I don't see any new weapons. Don't see any new tools. Unless I'm crazy. I don't think so. Unless I'm blind, it pretty much looks like I need to go farming for some Voidite now if I want to make any of this new stuff. Well, at least I don't have to be interrupted by screams and noises and gunshots and whatever else from the void anymore. You killed my goblin! Oh, Nort. Oh, what a shame. Don't suppose you happen to see him drop any of that platinum that I've given him over these past couple of weeks that I've been doing this Let's Play. Kinda wouldn't mind getting that back. But oh no, yeah, it was so bad that he's dead. Oh god, oh, it's just too bad. Why is Helen not in her spot? That makes me nervous. I must have done that and not realized it. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go looking for some Voidite. I assume it is probably somewhere underground, so I'm gonna grab some Spelunker potions and mining potions. Throw all of my battle potions away into the vault to never be seen again. Okay, let's go exploring again. Back underground. It did not really specify where this stuff showed up. Is that it right there? I'll go find somewhere that's open so I don't have to tear apart my area down here. Alright, we're down to a good depth. Let's go hunting some Voidite. There's lots of Luminite. Is that Voidite over there? That looks like it is. Yes, it is Voidite. I need to add that to the white list. Doesn't look like a whole bunch of this stuff is really spawning close together, which is kind of unfortunate. How much of this stuff do I actually need to make a bar? 4 of it, plus Void Ashes! So I can only make like 24 bars. Oh, that is just unfortunate. I'll get as much of this stuff as I can, and hopefully I can make something of value out of it. So, little bit of a big jump cut. But, as you can see, Pixel Claws is kind of, radiating unstable magical power. And there's this pretty swirly thing going around me. And on occasion, things explode out of me. Like that. So, as you can guess, I did a couple of things off camera. A couple of things being mostly killing the Void Leviathan a whole bunch of times so I could get my hands on a good hefty amount of Void Ashes. I killed him around 6 times. I unfortunately did not get the magic weapon from him at all. The first time it gave me the exact same thing that I got the first time, and then it gave me melee weapons, yo-yos, and flails, and nothing I really need, I guess. I'm assuming that the weapons I got right now are probably fine, but I did craft myself a great deal of things with the stuff that he dropped. It was sort of, a progressive experience, you might say. So, at first, it was all like... And then I started getting more and more and more powerful things, and I would go back, and then it became sort of something like this. And then here we are, now, with a whole host of new accessories, a new armor set, and a couple of new weapons, which made defeating him much easier. Unfortunately, I did not get the empty vessels to create extra life for me, but I did get, on the plus side, this elemental set, which is crafted out of Essence of the Elements, Voidite bars, and Luminite in varying amounts depending on the piece that you're crafting. And what this set is basically a hybrid set. The helm gives a good increase to critical strike and a +5 to max minions. The breastplate gives me a 20% increase to damage plus a whole big chunk, 40 defense. Increases max life and mana by 100, which is incredibly valuable no matter who you are. Some nice 10% damage endurance, and the leggings increase movement speed, and enemies are more likely to target you. The set bonus is the main thing, though, that puts it in a league above the Voidwalker set, which I didn't have enough stuff to make and I really wanted to show it off, but I feel like this is going to be the more valuable of the two sets. The set bonus for this one is if you're killed, you are revived back to half health, 45-second cooldown, which I think, considering how many times I've died over the course of just dealing with the Void Leviathan alone, this is going to be invaluable in dealing with Azana and the Ancients, unless Azana gives me a new armor set that's even better than this. But a good revive, always helpful. Moving on to the next things that I was able to create, the first thing is the Cerulean, and this is one heaping hefty pile of stuff. It is a contributor to the incredible amount of mana that I now have, 800, which stretches beyond the borders of the computer screen. So the Cerulean increases critical strike chance by 5%, the lower your health and the less damage you take, 5 defense, mana increased by 100, magic damage increased by 15%, 16% increased movement speed, immunity to most debuffs while under half health, reduces mana cost greatly, reduces damage taken, and damage increased by 10%. And this is made out of Essence of Elements, Voidite bars, the Unity, which is an item that is crafted out of Pyroplasm, a lunar shell, which I did have, an Energy Geode, which I made 2 of, which I know what you're thinking. The Energy Geode is made out of the Ankh Shield, which is like I guess the third, in my opinion anyway, the third most time-consuming thing to create behind, like, the Zenith and the cell phone. But honestly, whenever you can get such a high spawn rate as I can, getting the things that go into the Ankh Charm really are not all that complicated. But I made the Unity, and this thing is used to make the Cerulean, as well as the Neo Virtuo, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about. This thing is also another pile of stuff, and another contributor to the massive pile of mana that I have right now. So its first effect is press Z to summon a portal at the cursor. Occasionally fires homing projectiles from the player, which are those things that shoot out. Those things right there. And Z gives me this thing right here. Gives me this little ball spinning around here, and it also shoots projectiles as well. The lower your health, the less damage you take, which is always helpful. Mana increased by 100, magic damage increased by 15%, 16% increased movement speed. Immunity to most debuffs creates a swirling galaxy, so, you know, basically this is like pixelated fireball with RGB on. 12 defense, Asterox effects. And the Asterox is an item that is crafted out of Essence of the Elements, Voidite bars, and Luminite, and this thing grants immunity to knockback, 12 defense, increased armor penetration, and life regen. It creates a damaging shield around the player, and 20% increased movement speed. So basically, this thing gives me the effects, all these right here, as well as the Asterox effects, which makes it a pretty seriously hefty accessory. And then, of course, once again, the piece de resistance is the boots of Nyan. Fly through space and time in style. And it's actually kind of interesting, because the dash for this is sort of, you can barely see it with this shield around me, but it's like a rainbow, just like Nyan can't, or Nyan can't. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that old meme, but I mean, I'm pretty sure. And this thing is made out of an interesting collection of items. Voidite bars, Pyroplasm and Essence of the Elements standard, need the Boots of the Void, but you also need Rainbow Dye, which was probably the most time-consuming thing to get. But I did get it in preparation for these because I knew what was coming. And Rainbow Bricks, which actually pretty much grow on trees with the spawn rate increase, like I said, so we have that. And aside from armor and accessories, we have two new weapons, the Discordant Staff and the Zenith, the mage version of the Zenith, not at all like its Journey's End counterpart. Both of these weapons made killing the Void Leviathan infinitely easier. I'm talking all this stuff, plus potions. He just kind of falls apart. So the Discordant Staff, big chunk of magic damage. Control the Discord, shoots as fast as you can click, which is actually wrong, because I'm not clicking at all to get this projectile to go out here. My god. And then we have the Zenith, which is crafted out of a Magnet Sphere, Voidite bars, Luminite bars, and of course Essence of the Elements, which is pretty much the same thing. All this stuff is crafted out of. And what the Zenith does is it's basically a Magnet Sphere amped up to 100. It shoots out multicolored, rapid-fire Magnet Spheres that do pretty much the same thing, just much faster and at much higher damage. Which, of course, because they penetrate and fly through solid blocks, makes them invaluable against a boss like the Void Leviathan. So with all this stuff gathered together, I think I might actually be able to do a dent to Azana. What I didn't do was craft any of these empty vessels, because I'm not sure how many of these I can actually make. I can only make the one, because I need a lot of Void Ashes for these. I think they are... Let me try this. Yes, okay, they give me an extra 10 health. I think I need, then, 10 of them, which is like 120 Void Ashes, I'm pretty sure. So that's a lot of farming, which I'll probably get around to. But honestly, I get so much extra health from the Elemental Scent, plus the Life Force Potion. I'll be up to 710 health now. I feel like I'll be fine without it against Azana. I mean, famous last words. I really don't know how she is gonna go. I'm not even exactly sure how to summon her in the first place. I need the Infected Microchip, which I am unable to make right now because I need more Void Ashes, so I guess I gotta fight the guy again anyway. Plus Chaotic Flares, which I do have, and Luminite, which I have exactly enough of. I need more Pyroplasm, and I need more Void Ashes, and more Chaotic Flares. Story of my life. More farming needs to be done. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and fight the Void Leviathan again, I'm going to get some Pyroplasm, and then I'm gonna come back, and hopefully this goes well, because I know even less about her other than what she looks like than I do the Void Leviathan. So my god, I imagine this is gonna be a painful experience. So whenever I've got her summoning item, I'll see you then. Alright, I'm back. It's done. We've got the Infected Microchip finally, but before we run off and deal with Azana, or at least attempt to deal with her anyway, I have a few more things that I need to discuss. Just a couple little tiny itty-bitty details. I know, I just got done having like a solid 10 minutes of this video just being me talking about items again. But you know what? This is important. So in my adventuring, dealing with the Void Leviathan again, and doing a little bit of exploration, I got a summoning item called the Breath of Darkness from the Void Leviathan. Summons forth a little miniature version of him, and I need to have this guy because Wyvie's been missing his friend. I know it's a little bit spookier than the Stardust Dragon, but you know, I think they're getting along. It looks like they're playing with each other, I guess, or whatever it is they're doing, kind of swirling around each other. It looks interesting. It's high time we had another worm buddy following us around, as much as I love the tentacle. Now, Wivey, you treat your little brother with a little bit of respect and decency. I know he's a little bit on the off-putting side at first glance, but you know what? I think he'll really grow on you. He really will. You guys will be best friends in no time. And now, aside from that, I found myself a new item called the Immortal Resolve, which is actually something that I could have gotten myself a long time ago. It is made out of pyroplasm, 10 life crystals, and 10 life roots. And what it does greatly increases life regen. Max life increased by 50, standing still increases life regen, critical strikes heal the player, the higher the weapon's critical strike chance, the less it heals. And I figure, with all this stuff, I'm pretty much all damage, and I don't really have all that much in the way of defensive capabilities, so I figure a nice increase to life regen, some more HP, and critical strikes healing me, which is definitely something that these weapons do an awful lot. I feel like that'll definitely be helpful with dealing with Azana. Also, I maxed out my HP, and the hearts look a little bit different. The empty vessels they are supposed to look like are gone. And it's because I got that Void Compressor, which is actually pretty easy to craft. It's just made out of some Void Essences and Darkstone. It's a consumable, but you can change the way that they look. If you want them to look like the empty vessels, you can do that. But if you want them to look like this, which I think is a little bit more cool, you can use that. That's it. I promise. No more things to discuss. So before we head up there and take down Azana, probably in the same area that I dealt with the Void Leviathan, we're going to speak to Xyaris, the old man over here, because we kind of neglect this guy, I think. We don't really chit-chat with him as often as I think we should. So let's see what he's got to say about Azana. A long-forgotten chaotic infection has taken the control of a scientist, infusing her with a mechanical suit to create an mindless, horrifying abomination. If you use an infected microchip, you might be able to gain its attention. Well, buddy, that's exactly what we're planning on doing. Definitely. So now that that's done, like I said, I think I'm just going to deal with Azana over here in this area. I don't think there's a particular day or night. I don't know if it matters. Use it at nighttime, so it's gotta be nighttime. There's a Chaos Knight. Little mini Void Leviathan going to work. Kicking its butt. I'm just exploding with volatile magics while my giant worm pet flies in circles eating everything it touches. So before too many friends show up, I give myself a fresh night because I'm not sure exactly whether or not this is going to be a time-consuming boss fight. Probably will be over quickly because I have zero faith in my dodging abilities and I know it's going to murder me, but we're going to have some fun along the way. So without any further ado, let's call it forth and see how this goes. Okay, where is he? Where is it? Oh, God, it's over there. Okay, open fire. We got some projectiles flying around here. Let's use our Zenith. Oh, yes, it is absolutely disintegrating it, and I am just barely keeping ahead of it. I'm sorry, what's that? Rekad Falsrop? Yeah, sure, me too, man. Me too. All right, here we go. I knew this was going to happen. We got a second phase here. Bring it on. There we go. Oh, we are absolutely kicking some butt here. All right, let's summon out our little Neo Virtuo portal. It barely even touched her. Oh, God, we got laser beams. We got laser beams. Ah, God, that was close. I feel like I don't have very much time to dodge those before they hit me, and boy, do they kind of hurt a little bit. Oh, God. Okay, something's going on here. Ah, hello. Great, I'm getting Primordia flashbacks. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to think about. Ah! Oh, God, it spins. All right, we're getting close to being dead. What? Okay. Whoa, boy. Death lasers, my favorite. Ah, that's death lasers. Ah, don't touch it. Don't touch those, whatever they are. Just don't touch them. So it looks like it's safe while they're red, I suppose. Ah, I don't even really know what's going on here. I just see red everywhere. Where are you? Where are you, and what is it exactly that you're doing? Because I just see a whole bunch of stuff. I really don't know what's happening right now. I genuinely am clueless. There we go. Okay, we got her standing still. Open fire. Oh, God, she's teleporting, and there's things flying at me everywhere. Well, I'm not getting instantaneously disintegrated, which is good, I think, anyway. Let's throw up a frost shield here. We got more projectiles, my favorite. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We're getting her down towards half health. You got any more tricks up your sleeve, Azana? You teleporting now? It's not the most impossible to deal with. Ah, God, what is that? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't like that one bit. Really gotta say, I don't like it. Bakizwakti. I feel that. I really do. I feel that in my soul. Ah, God, okay. Don't get hit by those things. It's very important to not get hit by the bad projectiles. Ow. As I do it multiple times in a row. We can heal again, I think. Soon, 15 seconds. Ow. You are unfriendly. Ah, God. Can I heal yet? Thank you. Can I murderate you now? I would like to do that. Now would be an inconvenient time for you to kill me. Ow. I shouldn't do that. I really should not. Ah, God, ads. No, not ads. Those are the worst. The worst part of every boss fight is all the ads. Oh, God. Okay. I think I still have the ability to heal back up to full again, assuming I don't die to something stupid. I just gotta not waste it. She's getting pretty low. No more laser beams, please. Ah, where? Whoa, you can do that. Ah, God. I don't like it. Come on. So close. And there we go, but nothing satisfies your bloodlust. Interesting. Oh! Interesting. It said, please stop. I wonder if that was a boss that I could have spared. I suppose I probably could have. No, no, no Martians. Please don't do the Martians. No. Oh, that is too bad. Okay, well, let's see what we got. We got Outbreak. It is a ranged weapon. Turns regular bullets into Outbreak darts. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what else did we get here? Looks like I picked up some other stuff. We got the treasure bag. Let's open that up. The Vow of Malice. Summons an infection mouth to fight with you. Is that better than the big worm? Okay, so I can summon a whole bunch of these things, thanks to my armor set. Gotta love it. Oh my God, there are a lot of them. What else did it give me? We got the Chaotron Ore. A dangerous mix of Chaotron particles and Terran ore. It is used for Chaotron alloys and Chaotron crucibles, which looks like it might be a crafting station. And the Chaotron alloy, I think, yes, is used for a great many things that are very useful. I can make a Radiant Star Holder, enchants the rain with the Radiance. I guess that's for the Radiant Rain. But I need Radia for that, which I'm assuming, yes, comes from the enemies and mini-boss of that little event there. Chaotic Energy Capacitor to increase my max energy. All this stuff I looked at before, I think, after I killed the Void Leviathan. So that's cool. What did we get for the Expert Mode drop? Pressing the ability key will create a shield around the player that absorbs damage, buffing the player as they absorb damage. 10% increased critical strike chance, and 5% increased damage. Not bad. What about you? Infection Heart. A dismal fusion of technology and magic reactivate by using the item. Throw ores nearby to convert them into Chaotron ore. Any ore at all? There's some ore down there. Some copper. Will it work with copper? Ah, God, there are things. Please, can I just do something real quick, please, before you go nuts? So I just throw this at it? It does. It turns it into Chaotron ore. But I still need these chaotic flares. I guess that breaks on its own, I suppose. There we go. Oh, it broke. Okay, so it, like, broke. Well, okay. Well, that's unique. Well, let's head on back out of here. Oh, God, I gotta deal with the Martians. Okay, hold on a second. Alrighty, then. Alright, well, that was the Void Leviathan and Azana. The Void Leviathan being significantly more difficult than Azana was. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting Azana to be an absolute, like, immovable wall for me, being that she is technically the penultimate boss, like the second to last boss before the Ancients. I hope that the mod doesn't spike downwards in difficulty now. Like, a big spike with Void Leviathan, and just downhill from there. That would be kind of disappointing. Didn't even get anywhere near dying, and I was doing an enormous amount of damage. She was an interesting boss, though. I didn't really see a whole lot, get a good look at it, all of her attacks, but interesting fight. New sprite, though. Definitely new sprite. It's been a long time since I've seen what she looks like, outside of, you know, of course, Chippy's Let's Play, which is where I first ever heard of this mod. But anyway, with that done, I think I'm going to call it an episode here, guys. This video has absolutely, without a doubt, been going on for long enough, over the half-hour mark, easily. Also, it's very, very close to Christmas, so I hope you guys who are celebrating Christmas this year are doing so very, very extravagantly, and you're having lots of fun and drinking lots of eggnog and defeating the Frost Legion. Whatever it is you do on your holidays, that's just what I do. So, like I said, I think I'm going to call it an episode here, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.